Hi, my name is Apple Frog Tomato Face. Uh, I record these when I just woke up. I wake up and have some fights with randoms, and then I die. I start recording these voice, so I always probably might sound a little bit down, but that's the reason mainly I sound down. So it suggests me that I should record um, when I'm high or drunk. I might do some drunk commentaries later, but for now, it'll be just something that I do when I wake up, I guess. As you can see, I changed my build a little bit. I was punching some numbers to verify my statements and came with a little bit different conclusion. And it's basically the same, but just a little bit different. And I changed my stats based on that. I also made the sheet related to it, and I'll put it in the description, but not sure you guys can understand. It's not something that it's really advanced or something like that. It's just that my representation of information through sheets are very poorly represented. So, anyways, if you guys are curious, you guys can see it why I came with that conclusion. So, continuing talking about the ultimate build. So again, for the endurance, 25 endurance is doable, but after coming back to 40 endurance, the possibility is much higher that you can do with 40 endurance. You can do pressuring much more harder and able to block even with the weapon, and you can like block one hit and retaliate, I guess. And the non-stop combo you can do that always get people off guard, and you can just like destroy people with the non-stop combos. And there's always one last roll that you can dodge at the important times, so it's hands down 14 years better. So making the sheet that I was talking about before, I realized with 37 endurance you can pretty much do almost same with 40 endurance. So I'm thinking about like going to 37 maybe, but it's something to think about it, I guess. So last about is the absorption. Uh, so just kind of simple. Just if you have less than 19 absorption, you'll take one less hit to kill you. I mean, people will take one less hit to kill you. If you have over 25 absorption, you can take just one more hit to, die. So, and actually with 11 vit, you can actually achieve 26 absorption. After 25 absorption, it's really hard to like make a higher absorption, I guess. Even with like if you put more vitality, the absorption you can make is like, I mean, basically it is almost impossible to make that allow you to take two more hits than usual. So it's like kind of meaningless. It's rather you make yourself take one more hit, but in order to do it, you need to sacrifice other stats. Then it will become like, unless it's still like you will sacrifice damage or HP to, so it's kind of like meaningless to invest more in vitality, since you can achieve 26 absorption with 11 vitality. So it shouldn't be a issue. Well, if you have more like more vitality, you can have a pocket weapon, but the menu swapping is like everybody's thing right now. Everybody can do it, so it's not gonna be an issue. So these are the basic consideration of the builds. So back to at the first part of the video, I said like the big flaw of the Dark Infusion build. So actually this flaw actually helped me think to decide what is the main focus should be on the build. So since FromSoft did pretty good job balancing around 45 40 40 40 build, if you sacrifice one aspect to achieve another aspect stronger, for example, if you sacrifice HP to reach higher damage, no matter how you do, like how much you invest in damage, you can only make it like to kill opponent just one more hit, one less hit. It's like you can't make it two less hit to kill somebody, and it's basically come down to one more hit. But as you sacrifice that to make one more hit stronger, your at HP sacrifice becomes same amount of, so you take one less hit to die. So it balances out. It basically becomes same. It balances out each other. So if you don't want to think hard, just 45, 40, 40, 40 build is to go. Like it's to go build. And there's no like downside to it. But people like me whose skill isn't good enough, so really want some little bit of advantage from stats at least. So I'm trying to figure out the wiggle room in 45, 40, 40, 40 build, you know, to make it a little bit better so I can have a little bit of advantage in order to win. So again, the dark infusion build flaw showed me what I should focus on. And it's like I'm trying to say something really incredible, but it's not that incredible actually, it's just a simple fact. So the biggest flaw of the dark infusion build is the counter attack. So if somebody decided to just trade with any attack that I made with a dark infusion build, they're gonna win the trade with the damage wise. First of all, I have 10 less damage. That's one thing. And the other thing is how counter damage works is it only applies to physical thrust attack. And so let's say if I do 250 damage, the other person will do 400 damage to me. So every time if I trade, it's gonna be a huge disadvantage for me. And that will just make the fight how it turns out. And if you might say like it's easy to like hit and run and avoid it, but it is also really easy to trade every hit. The truth is it's really easy to trade with somebody if you just decided to do it. So it all comes down to winning trades. So you just need more damage to win the trades. And this doesn't mean that you should put all your stats in damage so to win the trade. As I said previously, there's a very strong limit to how much stronger you can get. And also, FromSoft did a very good balancing. If you sacrifice certain things, you lose certain things a lot. So, like, let's say you're naked and you put Flynn ring, so you can have higher damage. And you can try to one-shot somebody, but as you try to one-shot somebody, they balance it well that you'll get one-shotted also. So it's not that efficient to do it. And there's also a room for a human error aspect. So if you have to consider yourself making mistakes. So it's like one-shot build is not a good. I mean, one-shot build is not achievable in this game, but even you can do it, it's not doable because the human error aspect so it's not a good way to go on. So trying to find a fine wiggle room is a current stat I have, like that I showed you in the beginning. Actually, I can sacrifice endurance to 37 and have tiny bit more HP and tiny bit more damage, but the effect is minimal. So the ultimate winning build is that whoever can out damage the trade with the basic requirements. That's my opinion on the ultimate winning build. And the stats I showed you in the beginning is the result. I missed out explaining about 40 hard cap or 60 hard cap, but basically 60 is the highest damage you can achieve. 60 refined. And with the two-handing, you can do 40-60. But like a lot of people think it's over 40 is like worthless. But what I've seen on the sheet that I made, I think it's not worthless. Anyways, this is my thoughts on the matter. This is all my time. Thank you for listening. And bye bye. I'll see you guys later.